Hello everyone and welcome back to my Star Wars Battlefront weapon review series. This week we're going to take a look at Han Solo's favourite weapon, the DL-44 blaster pistol, which is available in game from level 25, the last weapon you need to complete the set. The game describes the DL-44 as one of the most powerful blaster pistols in the galaxy. It delivers massive damage at close range but overheats quickly. Now until recently this was adopted as the best gun in the game, but it's since been nerfed in a patch. Annoyingly, I didn't rank up fast enough to be able to play with it before the patch, so I totally missed out on all the fun. This review is based on the updated stats of the DL-44, so let's see if it's still any good. So starting with the damage, this is one figure that hasn't been changed, which means the DL-44 still outputs super high damage, at least at close range, with figures of 50 to 19. 19 at long range is pretty low, but this is a blaster pistol after all, and it's still way better than the other blaster pistol options. These damage stats translate to you needing between 2 to 6 shots to kill, which is a really nice profile. The ability to two-shot someone at close range is awesome and reinforces the Han Solo playstyle. 6 shots at long range actually means this gun punches above its weight, even better in some of the blaster rifles. Range is pretty good too, with that 2-shot kill ability reaching out to 20 meters before trailing down to 19 at 40 meters and beyond. With such good stats so far, this weapon had to be restricted in some other areas to keep it balanced. The capacity is the worst figure at just 9 blasts before it overheats, and this is one of the areas where this weapon was recently nerfed, with it now overheating sooner than it did before the January patch, where it could previously fire 12 blasts. Even though I didn't experience this weapon in its prime, I could tell from using it now that this is the area that the DL-44 is let down. You really have to carefully place your shots, otherwise you just don't seem to have enough to take an enemy down. Despite being a semi-auto weapon, before the patch you could fire up to 250 rounds per minute if your trigger finger allowed for it. Now though, this rate of fire has been reduced to 180. Now this is another area that really lets this weapon down. You find yourself spamming the fire button repeatedly, but the gun just can't keep up. It's no longer a weapon for trigger-happy rushers. You have to accurately time and place your shots to avoid overheating or getting caught out by the slow cycle rate. Finally, to finish off its bad stats, the recoil is dreadfully high with massive upwards kick. This is exactly the same as it was before the patch, and it's by far the highest recoiling weapon in the game. Having said that, its semi-automatic nature helps compensate for this, especially now the fire rate has been reduced even further, so it can't get too out of control. So after spending all my playtime in Star Wars Battlefront so far being insta-killed by the DL-44, it's just my luck that this weapon is completely nerfed by the time I get to play with it myself. The patch has definitely helped limit its use, with players now moving over to other weapons, which does at least help add some variety to the game. No longer are matches full of Han Solo wannabes. But let me know down in the comments if you think they went too far with the nerfs. I personally think the reduced fire rate would have been enough to give people more of a chance to retaliate against it in close quarters. Making it overheat faster as well completely ruins its ability to tackle more than one enemy at a time, which is already a drawback you have to account for with a semi-automatic weapon anyway. But I hope you enjoyed my guide to the DL-44 in Star Wars Battlefront. If you did and you want to see more of my reviews, be sure to check out the playlist to see my other videos. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching and I'll catch you all later.